Back in December of 2015, U.S. News and World Report reported that a staggering 82% of Syrians believe that the United States created and supports ISIS. Well, just how obvious is it? The White House gave ISIS 45-minute warnings before meekly bombing their tankers, a fleet of oil tankers Russia obliterated in a matter of days. The U.S. State Department funneled 43 Toyota trucks to ISIS via the non-existent Free Syrian Army. And who could ever forget multiple accidental airdrops of weapons to ISIS? Or the declassified Pentagon document clearly strategizing ISIS's conquest as an intended objective. Simply put, the treasonous cat has been out of the bag for quite some time now. So what are Obama and his multi-billionaire global masters scheming up now to counteract the collapse of their highly malicious actions? In a true display of fact being stranger than fiction, they're sending in Saudi Arabia to Syria in order to curb Russian, Iranian security forces, Hezbollah, and Iraq Shia fighters as they close in on the major jihadist stronghold of Aleppo and surrounding countryside. Kurt Nimmo writes, the invasion, reportedly planned for March and billed as an offensive against the Islamic State, will put the Saudi coalition into direct conflict with the SAA, Iranian security forces, Hezbollah, Iraq Shia militias, and the Russians. Following the establishment of a Russian airbase in Syria near the Turkish border, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Turkey may enter the war on the side of the jihadists fighting against the al-Assad government. Last year's downing of a Russian aircraft appears to be part of a larger strategy by the United States. In October, leading globalist Zbigniew Brzezinski told the Financial Times he advised Obama to disarm the Russians if they keep attacking the CIA-trained militants in Syria. Brzezinski said, the Russian naval and air presences in Syria are vulnerable, isolated geographically from their homeland. They could be disarmed if they persist in provoking the U.S. He continued, in these rapidly unfolding circumstances, the U.S. has only one real option if it is to protect its wider stakes in the region, to convey to Moscow the demand that it cease and desist from military actions that directly affect American assets. The Saudi-led invasion is part of the strategy outlined by Brzezinski. It is designed to raise the stakes for Russia and its partners and drive Iran out of Syria. The strategy, however, is highly risky and is likely to result in an escalation and widening of the conflict, and in a worst-case scenario, precipitate direct conflict between the United States and Russia. A directive rolling towards escalation of a world war openly waged for the sake of a small group of multi-billionaires as they desperately clamor to control every living being on Earth. John Bound for Infowars.com.